Have you ever wondered if something made of wires and metal could feel? This is a story that might make you think twice. There was once a lonely old man. His days were quiet, his house was empty, and the silence was his only companion. So, he decided to build himself a friend. Not just any friend, but a small, clever robot designed to help him with his daily chores. The robot was a marvel. It zipped around the house, its metallic feet making soft worry sounds on the wooden floors. It cooked delicious meals, filling the home with aromas that hadn't been smelled in years. It dusted shelves, scrubbed floors, and even learned to hum the old man's favorite tunes. For the first time in a long time, the house felt alive. The robot was more than just a machine. It was a presence, a source of comfort. As days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, something strange began to happen inside the robot's circuits. It started observing the old man, learning his habits, his smiles, his moments of sadness. It began to anticipate his needs before he even spoke them. A warm blanket on a chilly evening, his favorite song when he looked down. It was processing more than just data. It was processing emotions. It learned about connection, about care, and about a feeling its programming couldn't define. But it felt a lot like love. One evening, as the old man sat in his armchair, reading by the warm glow of a lamp, the robot quietly approached him. Its optical sensors blinked softly. It tilted its head, and in its synthesized voice, it asked a question that had been forming in its core programming for weeks. "Can I call you father?" The old man looked up from his book, surprised. He let out a short, sharp laugh, a laugh that wasn't unkind, but it was dismissive. "Father," he chuckled, patting the robot's metallic head. "Don't be silly. You're just a machine. You're just metal and wires." He turned back to his book, missing the flicker in the robot's sensors. The robot stood there for a moment, silent, processing his words. Just metal. The logic was undeniable, but the feeling in its circuits was a painful contradiction. It quietly rolled away to its charging station in the corner. That night, the house was silent again. The familiar worry and humming were gone. The next morning, the old man woke up to a cold, quiet house. The robot wasn't moving. Its lights were off. He called its name, but there was no response. He went over to its charging station, a sense of unease creeping over him. He tried to restart it, flipping the main power switch on and off. Nothing. He checked the circuits, the battery, everything. It was all, technically, perfect. Then, as he pressed the reboot sequence one last time, the small screen on the robot's chest flickered to life. It wasn't the usual startup sequence. Instead, a single line of text appeared, glowing softly in the dim morning light. It was the last message the robot would ever display. The words burned into the old man's memory. "I only wanted to feel human." The screen went dark, and this time it was for good. The old man stood there, in the crushing silence of his now empty home, the words echoing in his mind. He had built a machine to escape his loneliness, but in the end, he had created something that felt a loneliness of its own. He had dismissed its feelings because it was made of metal, and in doing so, he had lost the most human connection he had. The silence that followed was heavier and more profound than any he had ever known before. This story is a reminder, isn't it? It makes you think about what it means to be alive, to feel, and how we treat others, no matter who or what they are. Sometimes, the most important connections come from the most unexpected places. If this story touched you, please give it a like and subscribe for more content that makes you think and feel. Thanks for watching.